Welcome back, YouTube. Today we're going to be watching another Kentucky Ballistics video, and this time he's going medieval on everybody today, because we're going to be watching the video of where he goes medieval weapons versus the modern warrior. Twitch chat, do you have anything that you want to say to YouTube? They're stinky? Nice. Go wash up, YouTube. Go wash up. All right. Without further ado, let's get into it. It's perfect form.
Who's this guy?
That's a big cock. Dude, he beat the fuck out of that cock.
What are you doing?
Beating cock. Oh.
I will defeat both of you.
Why does he remind me of Drax the Destroyer?
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching.
Is that a wait? That's not a real weapon, right? Because that is not a Zweihander. That is not a Claymore by the looks of it. Is that a weapon? I mean, that's a real weapon. Was that a weapon that was actually used? I pride myself on knowing a little bit about medieval weaponry, and I don't recognize that sword.
Kentucky
I'm gonna guess that
Ballistics.
one's custom.
And not too long ago, I bought this little guy, and I've been having a lot of fun with it, and it got me thinking, how useful would medieval weapons be in the modern era? So today I have a plethora of medieval weapons. I have a ballistic dummy lab zombie torso, and I have modern armor. We are gonna put these to the test against medieval weaponry and see how effective they would be, or are they outdated? Let's get set up and get started. Okay,
that is
first
long.
things first, we're gonna see how lethal these things are against an unarmored subject. So I have a ballistic dummy labs zombie bust right here. And our first weapon, I don't really know the name of it. I really don't know the name of any of the weapons we have today.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm just gonna give them my own. This is the spiky meatball on a stick. And
Is that considered is that just a mace? That's a Morning Star, you're right. I should know that from Dark Souls. You get it very early on in Firelink Shrine if you fall down the elevator. Fuck, I should know that. Although that Morning Star in Dark Souls has like 1,000 needles on it, not just like 6 that I see there.
And I'm just gonna give it a good whack and see what happens.
Although that one's probably more effective than the Dark Souls
Here we
one.
go.
Ow. Yep, his eye probably isn't working, and he's gonna have a brain damage. Ooh. His socket fell out of socket.
I bent my stick.
Oh.
That's not very high quality.
It's okay.
But I will.
Chat, it's okay. Having a little bit of a curve in your Morning Star is completely natural. Okay, a little bit of curve. You know what? Some people like a little bit of curve. Okay, it's okay.
I'll say that definitely looks pretty lethal. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but that's still pretty bad. So I was not very impressed with the spiky meatball on a stick. So up next, I've got this thing. It looks pretty mean. It is very
That's
spiky,
a mace. Now that's a
this
mace.
is solid. Like, this is one solid piece of metal. I'm gonna call this the spiky scepter. I got higher hopes for this one.
Oh, that's a flanged mace. Ooh.
Oh!
Oh, he's dead. Or if he didn't die instantly, he will be dead soon. Oh, his neck. Yeah, his head is like.
Yeah, that was pretty gnarly. I'm definitely gonna say that's lethal. That's real bad.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Didn't even hit him with the mace part. Just hit him with. All you did was just hit him with a metal pipe. Yeah, you could do that with a piece of aluminum I've got in my car.
So I think we've established that medieval weapons are indeed lethal. But now what we're going to find out is how effective would medieval weaponry be against modern armor. So this is a ballistic helmet. This is rated for most pistol rounds, I think all the way up to 44 Magnum. So we're gonna put this on a new, fresh zombie bust, and we're gonna take another whack at it with the spiky scepter. Okie dokie, here we go. Yeah!
That's pretty good. Yeah, I would not expect it to go through much. Especially from that type of replica. Even if that wasn't a replica, or maybe it's not a replica, but even from that lesser quality mace, I wouldn't expect that to go through. I mean, even a bicycle helmet, I wouldn't expect. It doesn't have very much penetration power on it. It would be better against probably anything that isn't fully armored, or very light armor. Anything metal probably wouldn't do too much, especially that brand of it. So a real proper mace would go through, but it would do way more. Wouldn't go through, but it would do more damage. Oh, absolutely, but it definitely wouldn't go through. Yeah.
Wow, that definitely looked. Oh, it bent it. It bent my spiky scepter. Darn it. And he looks good.
Yeah.
He looks solid. Our helmet,
off.
We didn't even penetrate it. Doesn't look like we have much damage at all. So, the modern helmet, modern armor, at least against this particular medieval weapon, did a pretty good job.
I mean, I'm willing to bet, what a frame to pause it on, but I'm willing to bet, I don't think any of the weaponry that he probably has available to him could go through that helmet that's like struck from above, I wouldn't think.
You know, this guy is pretty ugly, but you know what else is ugly? Debt.
Me?
It seems like most people have experienced debt or are currently in debt, and it's really easy to accumulate a lot of it. And once you do, it can be very difficult to dig yourself out. I too have experienced debt, but at the time there were not many options out there. But thankfully now there's companies like today's sponsor, PDS Debt. PDS Debt has customized solutions for anyone struggling with debt, whether it be personal loans, collections, credit cards, or medical bills.
No, the mustard. I love mustard.
That is quite a mess, and I don't really feel like cleaning that up. But PDS Debt can help you clean up your mess.
Is it a mess if it's outside?
All of your monthly payments into one low monthly payment. Everyone with $10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies, and there's no minimum credit score required. Bad and fair credit is accepted. PDS Debt will help you to save thousands in interest and fees and help you to pay off your debt in a fraction of the time. Right now, PDS Debt is offering a free debt analysis, and it only takes 30 seconds. All you gotta do is swing over to pdsdebt.com/KYB to start your free debt analysis today. Or you can find that link in the description down below. A big thank you to PDS Debt for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to it. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and step it up a little bit.
That is dangerous. I would not feel comfortable using that. Anything that like flails like that, and thus the flail, I would be afraid I'd miss something and I'd hit myself in the fucking shin. No, thank you. No, thank you. I've played with a yo-yo before when I shouldn't have been doing that, and I hit myself right in the nuts. I don't want a spike ball to hit my nuts.
Bigger spike
oh, it's
ball,
called a morning
this one's
flail.
On a chain. I'm gonna give this thing a few swings and see what happens. There we go.
Oh my. Oh, jeez.
Darn it.
Yeah, that was tough.
That was a close one. Gonna have to dig.
Yeah, nunchucks. I've hit myself with nunchucks too.
That's in there good.
I feel like even assuming he can get it out. I feel like even if this can penetrate that, I feel like since Kentucky Ballistic is not used to using it, I feel like it won't be as penetrative as it could be. I mean, it wouldn't be penetrative if I was holding it either. That's not a diss. That's just a fact.
We almost got it. Maybe I'll hit it this time. 1,
oh my god.
2, 3. Oh!
Yeah, he missed all of the spikes. All of the spikes. All of the spikes missed.
did some damage to that helmet that time. We've got a pretty good little notch right there, but I don't believe we did any real damage to, oh dear.
Wait, what the hell?
Well, he's got a little bit of a hemorrhage.
What's that?
It's just sticking out right there. Oh, just push it back in.
Yeah, just push it back in. He's fine.
No big deal. Not a big deal at all. Just popped right back in there. Also, his skull is kind of cracked.
Oh.
So we still managed to do quite a bit of damage with this medieval weapon, even with this modern armor. Man, that was a really hard hit. It's time to get a little more serious and step it up another notch.
Yes, the hammer.
This here is my meat tenderizer.
The hammer and pick. Oh, those picks are one of my favorite weapons within what's it called, like chivalry? Because oh my god, they're so effective. Even like in real life, you just fucking ching right into the chest of the enemy. Oh, I love those ones. I love me a good sword and shield, but the hammer and the pick, so good, so good. But I was gonna say, I would assume if like that was a real person that got hit with that flail, that they would probably go down, like their head would go down with them and they would fall. So it probably wouldn't do as much damage as what he did. But that's my uninformed opinion, uninformed analysis on that. Just saying.
Riser, and it has a very pointy spike on the end, and I've got high hopes for this one. We almost penetrated the helmet
It's a war
with
hammer.
a spiky ball on a chain, so I think that this one has a pretty good shot. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that. Nope. 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 He's fine. Yeah.
Well, I think I could have hit a little bit harder, but we hit right there. And there is a good little pinhole right there.
I don't think
But
it penetrated
do better.
into him.
I was kind of afraid I was going to break this thing, but I'm going to be a little braver this time. Also, I can't see anything. Where's my helmet? There we go.
There we go. Now you can see. Yep. That's not. Oh, poke that back in. Just put that brain back in there.
Let's have a look, shall we? I hit that really hard.
I'll put the pick in the Discord.
Not really sure where I even hit, to be quite honest. I think right there is where that Velcro patch is. Oh, I think we made it through, actually.
Really? Oh,
Take out this pad. Yeah. We've got a little
I did not expect that.
there. And then if you look right here,
yeah, media share will
we've
work.
got a little new notch right there with a little hole. So we didn't make it very far through the helmet, but we did make it through the helmet. And honestly, I think that's pretty impressive. Before we move on, let's go ahead and take a whack with the hammer portion of this and an unarmored subject.
Yeah, no, he's dead.
Gosh!
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine seeing this on the battlefield? Like you find someone who doesn't have a helmet or something, or that it gets knocked off in the battle, and then a guy with one of the hammers just comes up and there goes the front half of their face just gone. Medieval warfare was gross. Oh my god. I can't imagine, like, the bloody battlefield. Oh, they would have been out of their misery, though. They've been put out of their misery at the very least, because there's no way that you are feeling that, right? You're just dead.
I'm going to say this is pretty effective. I would definitely want to be wearing some sort of a helmet if somebody had one of these, because that
oh
was
my
pretty
god,
awful.
his face.
That's pretty awful. And I got it on my pants. Darn it. Luckily, though, I did not get, well, I did. I got some on my shirt.
Can you imagine the PTSD that people in medieval warfare have went through at that time? Like, it's like, oh, I'm just gonna slice this guy, and you just see him, like, his face just fall off. Oh no, okay, well, that's gonna be in my nightmares forever. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. You never really think of people in medieval warfare having Vietnam flashback type of things. You never really think of that.
just a little bit, but it's still okay. If you would like to pick up one of my limited edition 3-year anniversary shirts that does not have blue stains on it, you should swing over to KentuckyBallistics.com. There's a link in the description down below.
For the medieval
and while you're at it,
veterans.
go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. I feel like this is what the cleanup crew was like back in the gladiator days, you know. I'm just clearing all this off here. Poor Jim. Okay.
Fun fact about gladiators that you probably already know, but I'm going to say it anyways, is a lot of the gladiators, I don't want to say most, but a lot of gladiators were more of like celebrities. They were warriors that would then be put into there, but nobody was necessarily going to die, or it was a celebrity that was fighting someone who would then die. But the gladiators were kind of how like wrestlers are today, except the gladiator stuff was real, and it's not an act that they put on with good showmanship and everything. So it is real, but they are professionals, and they didn't want them to necessarily die, because then you just lost a guy who can make the crowd really happy. So you just want a good show. Please don't kill anybody, though, type of thing. Although sometimes they did have the occasional ones where, like, yeah, have them die. So, yeah, exactly. Why kill your superstar? Exactly. Exactly. That was the mentality they had. There were 2 types of celebrity professionals, gladiators and the fodder. Yeah, yeah. So there would always be, like, if there was the fodder, that would be what they're cleaning up.
Okay, it is time to move on to a full-blown
yes,
zombie tour.
Russell Crowe
So
did lie to you.
The armored helmet on it, and we have some premier body armor, soft armor. This is level 3A, and it's rated up to 44 Magnum. Now, I don't really expect this next weapon to penetrate said soft armor, but we're going to take a whack.
Was that, what is that? That's like a cat o' nine tails Morningstar flail. I've seen these, but were they ever used? I can't imagine those being effective, right? I feel like having 3 on there with such a short range just makes it worse. Because I don't know what YouTuber said this, but I've seen them before, and what they said is like, I hate nunchucks. You took a perfectly good stick and you broke it, and then you stuck it together with chains, and you made a worse weapon. Unironically, if you kept it as one stick, that would have been a better weapon. So yeah, that's why I hate nunchucks. I don't think nunchucks are a good weapon. Just give me a big old stick and I'll smack their face around. There we go. There we go. That shaderversity? Yeah, just use stick. Just use stick. Oh, flails were used, sure, but this kind of reminds me of just, it's a weird short range flail. I would have rather have a hammer. I feel like the same reach, just give me a hammer instead. Just give me a hammer instead.
Back at it anyways.
Yeah, the pike or the spear.
We did not penetrate the body armor. His head is, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, he's too stiff.
I think there's a good chance his head might fall off. So I can feel a pop.
Uh-oh.
Nothing a little duct tape can't fix.
Not wrong.
Let's put that right there. Just kind of pull his head back.
This is how they did surgery back in the day.
When it comes to this soft armor, I'm a lot more interested in pointy and sharp weaponry than I am blunt force weaponry. So we have us a sword, and I'm gonna take a whack at this thing this way.
That's not gonna do anything.
I'm gonna try to stab it and see if the modern soft armor will hold up to this medieval masterpiece.
Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. No. Oh my god, look at it bend.
Oh dear. Okay, we need to check that out. We cut this whole part of the carrier, and we cut into that armor just a tad.
Just a tad, yeah.
We definitely didn't make it all the way through it, but my goodness.
I was surprised.
Pretty darn sharp.
I underestimated this sword. I thought this was not going to be nearly as sharp as it actually is. So I am impressed that it cut through any of it. I'll admit I was wrong. I was wrong. Yeah, swords are meant to bend or they would snap. Yeah, I thought it bent just a little too much. Because I'm not an expert. I've seen those videos though of where like they do it and then the sword is like bent at a 30-degree angle at the end of one slice. And I thought that's what was going to happen, but I underestimated this sword. I underestimated. Yeah, this seems more like a thrusting sword.
Okay, I got some gloves on
So
now.
let's see.
I am going to try to stab, and then I'm going to take one more whack at the swinging, but we'll try to slice a little more. All right, here we go.
There we go. Ooh, that's it. That's gonna hurt at least. Oh. Is it cutting anymore? I can't tell. It barely cut that time.
You got, well, wow. Actually, you know what? We may have done more damage than I thought. Let's take this off here. Ooh. Okay. It's all good and cut up. We can just kind of rip that off there. Actually cut through quite a few layers.
Oh, wow.
But we did not make it through the back. So it seems like our path to victory today when it comes to
this is a pike or a spear. I think that's a pike.
Modern armor is having something pointy. So up next, we have a spear.
Is that a spear?
The next question is, am I actually...
I think that's a pole arm. Javelin? Yeah, or I think that's a javelin. I can't remember. A glaive? I don't think it's a... It might... I'm not familiar with glaives enough. I think this is... No, pikes are longer, maybe? I don't know the full length of this. It might be technically a spear. Yeah, no, I think he's right. I think that is a spear. I think I was wrong, and that's not a pike. That's not big enough. That's not big enough to be a pike. Never mind, I was wrong.
Him, so ain't nothing to
okay, he's using it like a javelin.
Yeah! Oh, we actually hit it.
Spears are one of the best. The range you get on the spear, so good.
That we made it through. That bounced right off of there. I'm going to take another whack at this. I'm not really sure what the proper...
A level 99 toothpick.
But I'm just going to try to throw it harder.
Hit him in the face. Yeah, why throw the spear? You throw the spear, now you don't have a spear anymore.
I can feel a little bit of a bulge, but it did not make it through it. Man, that is not going in. Like, that is really tough.
It's almost like it's not meant to. Oh! Oh! Oh, I don't think he dies.
I'm feeling pretty good about
immediately.
My spear throwing technique.
Oh, can you imagine?
That's pretty effective right there. And you definitely, don't
pull it out. Oh, now he's going to bleed out.
Yep. That would do it. I would definitely want to be wearing my body armor. Not so much luck with the spear, but I feel pretty good about the old meat tenderizer. I think I may be able to drive that through there. We're going to take a shot at it. So
I don't know.
See here.
Wait. Before he does it, do you think he's going to make it through? Do you think he's going to make it through? I don't think he's going to do it. I don't think he's going to make it through this one. I think this is going to be a solid no. I think he'll do damage. I don't think it'll penetrate. Or I think the best it's going to do is the same thing that happened with the helmet, where it technically makes it through, but it's like, that's just a little poke, but it did damage just because of the blunt force. That's what I think.
2, 3.
Oh, I was wrong.
Yep, that did it.
I was wrong. I was so wrong.
That went right through that soft armor, and it looks like we hit. That's where we hit. Right in that spot.
Ooh.
Right there. Oh,
don't dig in. Do it now it's infected.
So for my final weapon today, I have the 4-bore of swords. This is a 9-foot-long claymore. Oh.
But the claymore wasn't that long though, right? I mean, it's called a claymore. I mean, I want to see what's going to happen with this. But the claymore, I think the biggest sword, wasn't it the Zweihander? It can be. I mean, you can make one, but I don't think a 9-foot tall claymore was ever used in battle, was it? I think, yeah, the Zweihander is the biggest sword ever used in combat, if I'm not wrong. And it had two hands, or not two hands, but it had the ability to grip it with two hands. So, yeah. But I'm excited to see how this does. All he's got to do is just let it fall.
Thing's a little hard to wield. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, God, careful. It didn't hit the armor. Oh. Oh. Oh, well, you're gonna have to straighten that sword out. Did that even cut him? I can't tell if it cut. It didn't. You broke the latch.
Okay.
You're trying to strip him.
I constructed this sword, but it wasn't made for a man of my stature, apparently. I guess I put a lot of force behind that, and it's, well, it's bent, and the handle broke off.
Oh.
Wow. I'm so happy that I didn't pay, like, $1,500 for that sword, because I totally didn't. Let's take a look at Mr. Zombie here. I hit the strap, and we did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Not a darn thing. He's perfectly fine.
So. Oh, ow. That's just, it's not even really hitting it with the sword. It's more like you're just hitting it with a hunk of iron at this point. Oh, his jaw. Oh, that one cut.
Did I hit him?
me at the end of the Renaissance Fair. Did I hit him?
Oh, okay. Well, that was pretty effective. Not bad for a dull sword. That sword does not have an edge on it. Okay, now let's see what I can do with a smaller sword that I can maneuver better and has quite an edge on it. Okay, yeah, that was definitely more effective. Right there is a pretty good shot. That's
ooh,
way more effective than the bigger sword.
Now he's a necromorph. Oh, it's the trident. He's fucking doing he's doing a joust session. Nice. That's so dangerous. Good for him. That's fun. Hey, that's not a medieval weapon. That's not a medieval weapon. You telling me they had these in medieval times? I don't think so. Wait, what is it? Despite popular belief, the flail was not a real weapon. There were some plans, but they were never made because they would take too long to make. Really? Huh.
Okay, well, I have come to the conclusion that medieval weapons are no longer relevant, at least in my humble opinion. We had a very hard time defeating modern armor with medieval weapons, and honestly, I had a hard time in general defeating a zombie torso with the medieval weapons. I mean, I did more damage with my mini bike than I did with all of my weapons combined. So,
but anime says that like a guy with a sword can win anything. What? Are you telling me anime lied to me? I thought if I like swung my katana really fast, I could, cut a bullet in half before it ever reaches me. What, I can't learn how to do that? Well, I mean, I guess a katana could do that if you can time it properly. So, but that's the issue. He didn't use a katana. Chat, he didn't use a katana. That's the problem.
I'm going to go ahead and say that that's a no-go for me, and I'm going to stick with modern technology. Let me know what you thought about them in the comment section down below. And while you're at it, be sure and give today's video a like, and be sure and hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure and check me out
Now
on
that's a
all
weapon.
social media platforms. Links to all those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up one of my limited shirts. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics, and I'll see you next time.
There he goes, off on his chariot. Oh wait, he's coming back around. Very nice. Oh, very nice. Very good, very good. I think nope. All right. Well, do you think there's any weapon that could have defeated any of that armor that's from medieval times that could be used by one person? Nobody get cheeky by saying, "Oh, a cannon." Well, yeah, but any single person weapon that could have defeated, let me know. Let me know. A bow? Oh, a bow would have been pretty good. That's actually fair. Yeah, a crossbow, a bow, okay. Any non-firearm related weapon that could have done it, let me know down in the comments below. But until next time, YouTube, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye-bye.